Extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Set. Round 80.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he'll score. Touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Just like that.
Back to it after the pick 6. Rivers. It's wearing the tight end with it. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion. But he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
This pass finds its way to Williams. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Mike Williams with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be two guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and it's second down.
Mike 54. Defenses, get out the field, defense.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The tight end set to valve the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Newton to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Second down and goal. Newton to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
20. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. 65.
Now Newton on third and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On third down, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They fake the give. Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Newton now to throw. Complete to his tight end, Seth the Valve. And he's going to have another first made at the Cowboys' 43.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Running the toss here to Jacobs. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. On 2nd and 15 now. Newton, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
That's complete to Cobb. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They snap it to Newton. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Newton now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Jacobs now. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Newton. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. One more time with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
No, check that. We're on Mike 52 right here. Watch the twist. Switch.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Cameron Batson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it has...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw is Newton. Got his man. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
That's going to be a long day. That's going to be a long day. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Stand out. Hey! Put it to Jet cover. Put it to Jet cover. You got to get it.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 14-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Newton caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
A loss of a yard brings up second down at the 15-yard line.
I'm going for that.
Final play of the half, Rivers. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them. Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
20. Come on, let's go. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Let him know.
First and 10 at the 42.
Now Newton on first down. It's Williams on the catch. Oh, he slipped right by him. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able.
Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
On fourth down, they snap it to Rivers. Completes this to Waring. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Victory 90. Hey, bro, 80.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Hey, White, 89.
A first down carry by Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Black 11.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Watch
But again, it's Elliott. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Rivers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So call off the pick six.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Let's go.
A gain of 28 more yards. And an Eagles first down.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready? Ready? Great. Watch the slant. Check nine. 6.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Mike 54. Hey, D.
Now on 2nd and 13. Newton. This is caught by Williams. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Here's Jacobs. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Josh Jacobs with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rivers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense as well.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Josh Jacobs, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And they will return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious? And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Eagles on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Rivers now. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And my goodness, another interception. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, switch gears.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jacobs. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Running is Jacobs. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Gun. Get that quarterback. Great.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Now Newton, flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Escapes the defender. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Newton's going to throw it. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like...
He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line. A big play here for the Cowboys. 45 yards. Now Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. One last shot now for Rivers. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
Eagles, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.